Okay. Okay, look at this, everyone. I've got 3 stars on pretty much every I've for near enough almost the first 10th of all the levels in the game. I've got 3 stars for every level. Look. See, 3 stars all across the board everywhere. I'm just gonna have a bit of I could have a bit of trouble getting up to 140 or to 145 to show you, but you know, in my OC, you know, with my OCD and all, but that's the reality of life for me, pretty much, isn't it? Yeah. Sure you all remember these map sections quite well as I advanced through them, steamrolling my way through the levels and all. There's there a barber's pole that I never noticed the first time I was on these are the first times I was on my way through here. But I've been through here a lot, so suppose I'm kind of suppose I don't know what I'm talking about there really, but anyway, we're near enough halfway there, so hopefully I can get up to 145 on the map without being stymied by my OCD too much. Nearly there now. How's everyone's day been anyway, I wonder? Me, I haven't done much yet today, because I've only been awake 7 hours. I mean, I know that's a lot, but with me being a lazy fat type of person lacking in energy, well, it takes me a long time for my engine to really start cooking, you know what I mean? Just dealing with my OCD as usual. Very, very nearly there now. So yeah, even though there's 1,460 levels in total, and I haven't got 3 stars on this one yet. I'm near enough. Very, very, very nearly. I very, very nearly have 3 stars on every level for the first 10% of the game, don't I? So that's time I completed 140, so let's get on to 141 without further ado. Oh, so the magician hats are back. They're interesting. They bring such an interesting dynamic to the levels, I think. Dynamic, isn't that a big word? A big word to use in everyday conversation and all. Can you believe that when I was at high school I got a D on my English exam? That's pretty funny, isn't it? Funny for all the wrong reasons, but at the same time, at the same time it shows how backward high schools can be sometimes, doesn't it, really? Suppose that maybe I was just always daunted by exam conditions and they never really gelled well with my way of working, so to speak. I mean, with the silent atmosphere and whatnot, despite so many people being in the room, well, it is easy to go to pieces, kind of, isn't it? You know? Anyway, let's go. That was 141, yeah. Yeah, definitely, it was 141. Just dealing with my OCD, yeah. Okay, let's go on to 142. Oh dear, lots of random boxes on this one, isn't it? They'll change colour with every move. They always present something of a complication, I think. But given my genius stature, I'm well equipped to deal with complications, as you can well imagine. They remind me a bit of Christmas. They remind me a bit of Christmas tree lights, or these lights in the middle of the boxes that change the colours of the whole boxes with each move and whatnot. Have you noticed how I'm maybe not quite getting as winded as much when talking a lot, either talking fast and all? Maybe that was an added benefit of my long foray outside lately. After all, I was out so long that I got big blisters on my feet, and my leg muscles were really achy in the end and whatnot. But I know it did me good being out there and getting the fresh air and getting those aches and pains in my leg muscles and whatnot. Just like I used to do when I used to lift weights and exercise back in the days when I was a somewhat motivated youngster, so to speak. There's a lot of colourful, a lot of boxes with lights in the middle to get rid of, isn't there? Even though I've been collecting power-ups very well, making a good job of it and all, yeah. So it seems like this could be difficult after all. Yes, it's a very disorienting feeling when the colours are constantly changing, isn't it? Yes, seems like I underestimated this level. Let's try again. My throat still isn't great though, as you can see, sounds kind of angry and discontented. Although it didn't help that I made some wrong moves on the last time I played this due to playing too fast and all. Well, we're already 9 minutes into this. I tell you, videos feel a lot longer to watch than they do to make, I think, really. That might not make any sense to a lot of people, but if you're a video maker or content creator yourself, I think you'll know what I mean, Sonny Jim. We're getting somewhat luckier now, aren't we? This will probably be for the best if I wait until there's a lot of purples. With how we've got a Rubik's Cube amongst our power-ups now. Yes, I'd say we should use it now. hopefully that'll work wonders towards our cause here. Although we've still got a long way to go. Yeah, we're still not out of the woods yet, unfortunately. Yeah, my throat probably makes me sound really freakish, doesn't it? But I don't care. Because I've often felt like a freak in life anyway, so it's nothing really new to me. Well, you've got to pretty much drag those numbers down, haven't you, with how they stubbornly stay high up, no matter how many big power-ups I manage to match together and whatnot. There we go. Be nice if we could get another Rubik's Cube, but realistically that might not happen. Hey, more yellows, how nice. Guess I'll put these together as well. Yeah, I'd say we use them now. Yes, it's looking very good now, isn't it? Just one more red now. And we'll be all warm and dry, all finished, yes. There we go. And by the way, I haven't played 146 yet, have I? It'll be really interesting. It'll be really interesting to see if I can get 3 stars in 146, because that's the first level that I haven't got 3 stars on. If you count from 1 to 146, there is anyway. That definitely was 142 I did before, wasn't it? It's hard to focus in life with my OCD after all. This should be kind of simple, where we only need to get 3 stars to the bottom. Although with these window-like things in the level design, it does stymie our ability to create power-ups somewhat, doesn't it? Yeah, that could be something of a problem. Still, I should be able to get rid of these 2 pigs here, and that should make things somewhat easier. I still got me blisters a little bit on my feet as well, but I do have to really press down with my feet when I walk to notice them, so that's probably a sign that I'm a lot better and that I'll soon be able to be going out again. You see, the last time I looked her up on the map, not when I came back from my walk the other day, and get off, and I saw that, and I, at a rough guess, I seem to have, I seem to have walked about just over a mile on that journey, and that's quite impressive, really, when you think of how this was only the second time this was only the second time this year I went out, I think, as well. The first time I only went to the top of my street and in the shops, in the corner shop, and then came back home. Don't mind my throat, by the way. Suppose I could silence it if I really wanted to, but you know, sometimes you've just got to breathe properly, haven't you? Yes, it's really hard to match power-ups together on this level. It's bringing back vague memories, in fact, of this level being tricky, I suppose, from when last I played. Oh. Well, that was a relief that even though I didn't mean to do that, it was in the right place, and that meant, why does that keep coming up though? It could make me do a wrong move eventually. Yeah, it's making me do wrong moves when that thing comes up each time. Still, at least we finished the level.
Yippee!
Even though the game tried to cheat me just then. By making me do wrong moves when that little pop-up kept coming up each time I clicked squares. Not bad, I suppose. Better than last time, but not bad. 144 next. 144 next, yeah. Yeah, 144 next. Which have first done should be simple, needing to get 100 of 2 colours. Well, should I say it? Although, as my mum would probably attest, things aren't ever simple when there's ice boxes around. You know, with how they spread rather annoyingly all over the place, stymieing the progress of those of us who wish to complete the levels and achieve our objectives and whatnot. Getting lots of TNT boxes, aren't I? But being the ambitious person I am, I want more than that. Whether I get more will remain to be seen, however, yeah, never mind. Still, there's always another chance to guess it, isn't there? Like now, for instance. Don't know whether I should have waited for more of the colours to be on screen then or not, but at the same time, the sooner I make the matches of the Rubik's Cubes, the sooner I can possibly get 2 more together, so really it's hard to know what to do for the best, really, isn't it? Hope I'm not too annoying with that throat sound and all. No double Rubik's Cube there, but this should still help us a great deal. Yes, only a few greens left now and we're done. Yes. Huge score there, eh? Nice. Let's go on to 145. Just checking with my OCD and all. Just 5 toys to get to the bottom this time. How cute. Well, once again, the colour-changing boxes are here to complicate things for us once more. Oh dearie me. Let me just check my face cam. Yeah, everything seems to be in order, so there you have it. We're in business still. Maybe the propeller was facing the wrong way. Isn't that typical? Good thing I don't seem to need to get a certain amount of boxes on this, a certain amount of coloured boxes on this level. And there's a thing these days, I'm so nervous about ending up being the subject of a witch hunt regarding racism that I even feel nervous about using the word coloured, even if I'm not talking about a race at all. Even if I'm not talking about people even if I'm not talking about black people at all. It's funny how liberals always try to make the politically correct world seem all kind of utopian and perfect and delightful, like a paradise, and yet really the only people that it's a paradise for are the liberals and the globalists themselves, isn't it? Really. That's why in my book I say that the rich and the wealthy and the influential might pretend to want equality for everyone, but really the only people they want equality for, I think, is all of us and not them. And that's because they know deep down that equality is a curse, I think. And what was I gonna say? Yes, I feel like equality is a curse, and equality is a curse in life because it discourages us from aspiring to be the best we can be, doesn't it? Anyway, let's see if we can get 3 stars on this first one, as I've only got a 1 on. I'm probably near the bottom here. 8th, not bad, just under halfway. So why was I saying? Yeah, I was saying that equality is a curse, I think, because of how it discourages us from aspiring to be our best in life, because chances are you aren't going to put in a huge effort if at the end of the day people are just treating you like like some random bum in life who never lifts his or her finger to do anything to enrich the world. Who never does a thing to enrich the world, are you? It just encourages mediocrity all around the board, if you ask me, when everyone's treated as equals and whatnot. Just isn't conducive to productivity at all, in my book. And that reminds me of something I read before. It's funny how often atheists and liberals are quick to praise the likes of Stalin and Karl Marx and all the other communists and whatnot, isn't it? Making out that they achieved big things that are worthy of our respect and all, and yet what I read the other day is that they never mention all of the deaths and all of the atrocities and all of the killings that took place to achieve those so-called great things, do they? So yes, I still stand by what I say about things like equality and liberal causes and atheism as being evil. Yes, they're all very evil in my book, and they have no place in the civilized, hard-working world, I think. Oh, that went miserably, didn't it? And I mean, I know people might see me lying here, play games, and think of me as a lazy slob as well, but the bottom line is I suffered from all kinds of insecurities and self-doubts and lack of confidence and whatnot when I was young, and I never really saw the world as a great opportunity to like go out and achieve our dreams, so to speak. I saw it all as a big chore, really, especially with especially the way I'd be so nervous and unconfident when talking to people at times that I could barely string a sentence together. So of course I wouldn't be wanting to go out and work and socialise and all those other things, but I think another problem is the way how lots of people make work and professions and jobs seem like chores, like they're supposed to be chores and difficult and unpleasant and whatnot. And again, I feel like that's the total wrong outlook to have. But when you're a young dumb teenager or early 20-something person, of course you're going to believe everyone when they say that work should be bad and hard and tedious and unpleasant and something that you don't want to do, aren't you? Because you don't have the life experience or the knowledge or whatever to know any better, so to speak. Outer Lives. Couldn't you tell 104? Couldn't you tell 146 was going to be hard with that one star that I had? Well, at least this was almost half an hour anyway, so without further ado, I bid you all farewell, folks, and I'll see you and I'll see you all next time. Bye, everyone. Bye, 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 bye.